Capricorn, how are you? Sorry, my voice is still gone, but I must try to earn some money somehow. So let's see. Capricorn, what have they got coming up this week for Capricorn? I think it's laryngitis, Capricorn. Anyway, so Page of Cups, a new person, a friend that is in need. A friend with need and a friend with weed is a friend indeed. This person could smoke a lot of ganja. But yeah, a friend that's heartbroken or a new person and it hasn't quite, nothing really came of it. Some of you could have just split up with this person here. But for some of you, this is a friend that's kind of going through this. Let's see, Capricorn. Could be your children if you've got kids. Could be to do with their baby father. The father of the child is kind of, they're going through some sort of discrepancy or argument at this time. For some of you, there's someone that you like that is a friend, but you've also got someone here which may be a Leo. So if there isn't a third party, this is sort of a friend, but it's nothing's really come of it. The person that you're possibly with could be a Leo, or they are with. For some of you, there's sort of like this, I don't know if it's friends with benefits or if it's a long distant kind of connection that you've got. If it isn't long distant, it could be just distant. Okay, emotionally distant. Capricorn, the Death card, and the Page of Wands. It's kind of like a friend and a lover, but the lover isn't even really Stephen. It's like the friend isn't really a lover either, and the lover really isn't a lover, to be honest. It's like a very distant connection that I've got with someone, but that's kind of over and it's finished and I don't really see them very often. And then the person that I do have in mind is a friend, but we don't really speak that much. We might text message now and again, but that's about it. Or the name Jen, or Glenn, someone from Scotland. Or the name Scott, or anybody's got S in their name. Sarah, Steve, Sassy. Let's see. Capricorn. Any messages for Capricorn? So the King of Cups, there's two men here. It's possibly a woman. Could be this one, maybe. This come up in the Libra reading where there was loads of counterparts. You could be a Libra Cappy. There was a lot of men and a lot of women in the Libra reading. It's on the join button below for their weekly reading. There's kind of like this man here is kind of going through something. There's this guy here, but they don't even know. It's kind of like a friendship. Or the name's Steve or Ship, but it's like a friendship. But there is a connection there. See, just because the King of Cups and the King of Wands, this represents charismatic, sex, flirtatious, all that sort of stuff. This is like a man of love and somebody that's very emotionally stable, would want an emotional relationship. But it doesn't mean that it is a relationship. It just means that there's a man in someone's life or two men in someone's life. This could well be Libra, but if it is Gemini, it would also mean Capricorn because they're sixes. And I read in numerology, right? If you followed me, Capricorn and the Lovers, the Devil and the Lovers, they're both major arcana 6. So if that is Gemini, it means Cappy. So if that does, that makes a Capricorn possibly having this man and maybe this man here. So what is the Page of Cups here for Capricorn? Friend, a work colleague, two people that work together or they're working on something to be able to work together. They talk about work or they talk at work. It's one or the other. But they either talk to each other and message each other about opportunities of work coming up, or they message each other or they talk to each other when they are at work. Okay? What's here? Wendigo. Wendy, Linda. They're my two cousins, believe it or not. They're both Pisces. Wendy and Linda. Let me see. What is the Three of Swords? So Virgo is part of it, feeling depressed and down. Wow, you got 2 9s. There's like this hidden feelings, hidden agendas, not really speaking up, not really saying anything. Maybe isolate myself away, possible depression, maybe ADHD, bipolar, possible, but more ADHD because it's like depression. So it's like I feel like I isolate myself away. I'm depressed, I can't be bothered. I'm not really talking to anyone. I talk to a friend now and again. I've possibly got someone that could be a Leo, or it could be them that's actually depressed. Can't seem to dig myself out of this hole I'm in. Could also be a pity party is normally what we say here. Just can't seem to dig myself out of feeling sorry for myself here. Sounds like me at the moment, Capricorn. King of Wands. I really hope that you guys can read about my circumstance below on my Gofundme page. I had £7,000 taken from me, and I'm just trying to get back £2,000 or at least £3,000 so I can get back up on my feet. I've literally been wiped out. And I can't even work because of my bloody voice, so I can't do this. Can't seem to find a job either. So I'm down and out, Capricorn. So if you want to donate or you want to try or just at least read about it, the link is below for the link to GoFundMe, and you can just have a read. But I really would appreciate it. Let's see, King of Wands. Please like, share, and subscribe. So, see, there's a Libra energy here of about emotionally with someone, maybe for their money or lack of money, but there's still this dead-ended connection. Like it feels like that there is one, right? But someone may be really suffering through mental illness, right? Virgo energy for me can be a mental illness because it's a 9. This is a 9. Okay, so it can mean depression, isolation, don't really see you so much, stay at home all the time, may have children. I don't get to go out very often. I'm really struggling around my finances because of my kids and I have to support my children. You know, the government is not supporting us, especially if you're from Britain. You're going to be really suffering here. Britain is one of the places, do not ever consider moving to Britain anymore. It's one of the most expensive places nowadays that you can actually live. You cannot afford to live in Britain. Kids or people at 24, 25, 30, you will never, ever be able to get on the property ladder in Britain anymore. Everything is way too expensive now. Everybody's living with parents. They can't afford to stay with, to own their own house. It's virtually impossible to be able to do so in Britain. So what I'm saying is that this person here could be a single mum. They're with someone, but they don't really get any they don't really get any support from this person. They don't support them emotionally, possibly now and again. They don't really support them financially because the partner could also be struggling. One or both of you possibly have mental health. One could have ADHD, the other one could have depression. Okay, and I'm really finding it very difficult at this moment in order to be able to find a job, or the lack of interest that I'm getting. I really don't know whether this is over or not. The Death cards, which can be Aries and also Scorpio placements. So you get another 3 energy here, and then money, banking, tax, looking for jobs, hiring and firing, being able to save money, but there's also like social services, an ex being involved, possible third-party lover, but even that isn't really going anywhere either. So that's not really a connection. Some of you or this person has to go to court and they have to save their money because something could be happening around being charged for something. Like small claim. I mean, I'm thinking about going to a small claims court, but I'm not sure how much it costs, but to try and get my 7,000 back. But it's like small claims court or needing to go to court, but then also needing the money to be able to do so as well here. What is the Page of Wands? The Ace of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles. So you got a lot of 9s here. which can be like a bipolar type sort of Jekyll and Hyde. 1 minute I'm okay, the next minute I'm not okay. 1 minute I'm depressed, the next minute I feel okay. I feel like I'm abundant and wealth. I don't know, man. There's like this very strange fucking Jekyll and Hyde type sort of, or the name Jackie or Heidi. But like 1 minute I'm depressed, the next minute I'm not. 1 minute I'm depressed, the next minute I feel like I'm abundant and that I'm healthy and wealthy. And then the next minute I'm not. One of you could be very healthy. The other one is very unhealthy. I'm also hearing the name Elsie or Elsa or Alka-Seltzer, which is normally someone that drinks quite a lot of alcohol and they're always got like a hangover. I'm also hearing the name Hannah. Mike, because that would be Mike Tyson that was in The Hangover. Tyson, Fury, a Traveller. Someone that might be in a UFC or something, or a boxing or something here. Is what I'm picking up. King of Cups. Sagittarius, low power 5, the Fool, and a Mother. There's somebody here that really cares about a friend. Like, they really care about this person. Some of you maybe become like a care worker. I've actually applied for a job as an ambulance assistant. Hopefully that might come up for myself because I have a lot of Gemini in my chart, so 6 for me. But this can be like Neil by mouth, like hospitals, doctors. And you may need to travel to it. But I've got an appointment, a phone call, video phone call or a chat to see about if it's right for me to do with that. I would love to do that. Picking up elderly residents and taking them to the hospital, getting them all settled in and then go and pick up another one. Brilliant job for me if that comes up. But that's what that is. That can be hospital nurses, anything like that here. This is someone that, but this is also somebody that like really cares about someone as a friend. What is the Queen of Swords for Capricorn? Oh, wow. See, this Libra energy here is starting to show up. But the reason I say it is because you guys may not be on my join button below where I do your weekly readings for all the star signs. And in that one, there was so many kings and queens that came up. And it's here, the King and the Queen of Cups, but is coupled with another queen. Now a third energy of the Empress of a Meg Ryan. If your name is Megan or Meg or Melissa, tell me more about the Empress. Wow. 8 of Wands, Leo, Aquarian, 5 of Wands, 8 of Swords, someone at home. There's kind of a lot going on here, Capricorn. If I just move the cards, because you can't really see this end lot. There's like this sporadic King and the Queen being counterparts, but there's another woman here. So all of these third energies, even the friends, they're kind of, all their charts are kind of mixing up together where they're actually in this reading, like Gemini, Capricorn, could be like a Libra, Capricorn, that's getting mixed up with one of these guys maybe being a Gemini, possibly got like Pisces in their chart. One of these people is like a life path 5 Sag Taurus. That's one of the other men or women that's here. That's what they have in their chart. They're possibly at a distance. There's a single person amongst all of this energy here. But for some reason, there's a very argumentative energy of like, is there another woman here? Are you speaking to another woman? Questioning a person, are they? But you see, I've always said a liar is a liar. You know, if you normally question someone, say, look, is there another woman? And they say no, right? Because this is trust, right? Is it a trust issue that someone has, or is it actually real, right? Because you've got 9s, don't forget, which can mean that I've been gaslit, I've been lied to, and they keep telling me that they're not, but I think that they are, but they're not, you know, or I don't think they are, but they are, and I, you know, like, because 9s are like gaslighting energies of the 9 of Wands, right? So it can be, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't, or the name Dan or Danielle or Danny. But there's this very confusing state of mind of depression also and loss, but also like other people being in the picture of like parents, their parents, your parents, grandparents, right? They possibly have all this in their chart somewhere. Like your soul group of people are all kind of here. This is also like competition, like at work, like having to compete for work positions and stuff. Let's see, Capricorn. Now is not the right time. 7 and 5. Cancerian, I've puffed 7, 5. Sagittarius. Now is not the right time. Someone's possibly going through an ending. It's causing someone to wait. Capricorn. Will you leave him for me? 2. Libra. I told you there's a Libra here somewhere that is with someone. But there's another person that's hopeful that, because it's more of a spiritually divine connection, it's more of a spiritual one than anything else. It's just a platonic connection that someone has. Whether they speak about it or not, I don't know. But one person's kind of coming up as single here. And they're just curious, but maybe not saying, would you leave that person for me? Or in the end, would you? If we just remain as friends, is there a possibility? Like it's something like that. It may be two people that know that they have a connection, but they don't really speak about it. Okay. And because one of these males knows the fact that the female is with this other male, right? He knows this. So he doesn't really interfere. He's like, well, I don't really want to come in between you and your partner. If you're with someone, you're with someone. I just won't really tell you that I want to be with you, that I'm single, or you know that I'm single. So the option is not down to me to say, it's down to you to leave your partner and then show an interest in me, right? So it might not be spoke about, but they really do care about one another, you know, each other on a friend level. But for it to be anything other than friends, they both have to be single, because I believe that a lot of these people are not called Rebecca or a home wrecker, right? Or Rachel. So they don't really want to, not where I really want to set out and ruin your relationship. So I'm just not going to say anything, but you know that I like you because I possibly said that before. So I'll leave it up to you. If you want to leave that person and you do and something becomes of it with us, then fine. If it doesn't, let it lay in the hands of fate. Right? It's really what I'm hearing here. I was hearing the name Faye or Fate. One more message, please, for Capricorn. I am not letting you go that easy. 4, Scorpio, Aries. See, this is an ongoing connection, because you got 4 where that is. You got a 3, third-party energy, and a 4 here, which means that I'm not letting someone go, and I'm also not letting someone in. So it means that people are going to be fighting for the connections or fighting for their relationships to stay as they are. So they're going to fight for that. They're not going to be able to just give up on a connection easily without the other person saying, well, why? No, I don't want this to end. I'm sure that we can work this out. We don't have to end things. Or the name Mendez. Okay. But we don't have to end things this way. We can continue to try and sort it out. So I'm not just going to let you end this connection and walk off without, at least an explanation or something. So I'm not prepared to end this connection yet whatsoever. So the saga basically continues of the connection that you may have with someone, because nobody is actually physically leaving anybody right here. It's kind of way it's showing. Let's find out what this is not the right time. Why does Capricorn have this now is not the right time? It's not the right time for what? Well, to dump someone. They're not quite over them. They've still got feelings and emotions for them. Yes, no, it's not the right time in order to leave. Right? 7 is leaving. So 8 is what comes after that, which is now it's not the right time in order to just walk out on someone and to actually leave them. It's not the right time to do so. There you go, Libra. So there are hidden feelings and there are hidden emotions, but I believe that somebody keeps their love life extremely private. Like on Facebook, it probably says single, but they're probably not. But it says on their status single, or it doesn't say anything on their status. It doesn't mention their love life or who they're seeing or what they're doing. It doesn't mention any of that. So nobody really knows whether this person's seeing anyone or not. They're very private. If they argue with someone, they don't really air their dirty washing in front of people. They're not very much of a public figure that likes to express everything on the internet and tell everybody exactly what I'm going through, whether I'm single or not. They don't really tell anybody that. They're very private, okay? So if you want to know something that isn't going private, they're basically not going to leave this person. They're very private, and they're not going to leave the person that they're with. It's not the right time in order for them to just give up on that yet. So they're not really going to say. You possibly won't get this person speaking about their person very much, right? Like in public, maybe. If you're talking to them, they might mention their name now and again, but they won't talk about their partner all of the time, right? They possibly don't even mention their partner to other people. And they're like, I'm going to wait for Mr. or Mrs. Perfect to come along, and I don't want people to know that I'm actually with someone. And if I meet people without telling them that I'm with someone, if I build up a rapport with someone that I really like, the last thing I want them to know is the fact that I actually have a woman or a man. So if I just don't say any of that at all when I meet someone, I'll just get to know them. If they say, are you single, I'll say, yeah, right? But unknowing to that person, they're not actually telling the truth. They actually are connected to someone. They actually are with a person, right? So they come across like they're actually single. They don't mention their partner because they kind of keep them as like maybe a karmic ex. Like, while I'm not got anybody, I may sleep with my ex or something, but it's not really a connection or a commitment, or not one that I'm really thinking about that's going to last for a very long time. So I'll just keep that, not tell anybody in the future that I'm actually with someone. And then if I meet them, I can just swap partners without having to be single for long or at all, right here. It's really what I'm picking up, Capricorn, or Gemini, or Life Path 6. Placement. Place, Conhalic Fish, Pisces, within their chart or yours. Tell me more about this. I'm not letting you go. That easy. Yeah. You got this 4 and 5, which is disagreements. I say hot, you say cold. I blow hot, you blow cold. 1 minute I'm up, the next minute I'm up, but you're down. And then when you're up, I'm down. And it's like this possible people trying to have connection with ADHD or depression. I have both, right? And I'm a very difficult person to be around at times, because I don't like people to feel down and depressed when I am. So I don't really do much. I just kind of, leave people alone, isolate myself away. And what I really need, Capricorn, is a job. What depresses me the most is staying in this goddamn room doing this job. It's all right, but staying at home for me, I have to be out, man. I've got to be emotionally, mentally stimulated. I can't work from home all the time. It's just, it drives my ADHD insane. I just end up sitting on my bed, feeling sorry for myself all the time. Doesn't help my mental health. Going out for me kind of helps that. But you've kind of got this, I'm not letting you go without an argument. I'm not just going to end things without you knowing. But you've got 5 and 4s. They're the opposite ends of each other. Will you leave him for me? 2. Would this person leave them? Well, 2 men. Self-explanatory. Libra has got 2 men. They're communicating with 2 people. They just don't really know. They're not really making up a choice. They're possibly with a man already, but they're not letting each other go. So what I said at the beginning is basically right. This person here isn't ready to actually just give up on their commitment or relationship. They don't just do that. They'll see it right out to the end. But because at times they may be like a bored housewife, or they're with someone, but it's very long, it's emotionally distant. They probably see this person once or twice a week, maybe, right? During those times of them being frustrated and bored and, where did I see it? At home, 8 of Swords. They're at home on their own, right? They get bored, they get frustrated, and they're at home on their own. when they do and they can't speak to their partner, they actually speak to another person of the opposite sex. That person is like a friend, but they're also like, they've also got some kind of tie of a past connection or a platonic one, or at least a like metaphysical kind of connection. And there's feelings that are there. So there's this choice, but what they don't do is they don't discuss what goes on, because they're kind of both, how do I put it? They don't want to fuck it up by saying I'm with someone just in case something happens. So they kind of don't mention their partner's relationships. They just talk to each other about stuff here. Now, if you're a woman that's watching thinking, well, my man is, I know that he's talking to his ex, and that's kind of the scenario that they might be in, that's really what I'm picking up for you, right? Because there's two men here. Will you leave him for me? Would you leave this man for this man? Would you make a decision to do it? It doesn't mean that it's being spoke about, but it's saying that that's the card, and it's clarified with a communication of like, if you ever find yourself alone and on your own, you can always rely on me as a friend. But then again, if you end up single and you end up on your own and not with this person, maybe the friendship might turn into something else. Right? So there's your reading. So I really do hope that you help me, Capricorn. I hate asking people. I did lose £7,000, right? Granted, I did, but no way do I think that I'm going to be able to raise £7,000, right? I'm okay with taking a loss, but I really do need to try and get at least £2,000 or £3,000, because that will help me buy my job, which is a fast food franchise trailer, and I can get one for that price, and then I can put food in it, and then I can start hiring people again and get a job and start doing stuff. That's really what I want to do, but I can't. Britain is just, Britain is terrible at the moment. I know everywhere else is, but I just thought, man, if I've got like 35,000 subscribers and everybody could at least just afford to donate something, but they don't. Some of you have. For the people that have, I'm going to do a video thanking you all, because there has been quite a few people that have donated quite a bit. And I don't know what I'd do without you, because you're really helping go towards that dream. And it is going towards that. It's not going in my pocket. I'm not spending it on shit. It is being saved, and it is going towards that unit. Okay. It does tell you all about it on the other side. I haven't told you all about it because some of it is, like I said, it's being watched by the people. So there's only so much I can actually say online. But it really would help me out if you could at least try and donate something. Or you can join the join button below and get access to all of your weekly and monthly readings. As soon as my voice gets better, I'll be able to do a bit more. But until then, we're just kind of going with what we got. So thanks for any like, share, comments, subscriptions, all that sort of stuff, Capricorn. Keep up the good fight, mush. And I'll see you soon.